Hey, it's George Brown here, and welcome to the very first video in the Google Sniper series. I'm going to take you through basically, along with the manual, which I'll talk about in a second, take you from absolutely zero where you are now to finishing having your first Google Sniper sites or Google Sniper campaign set up. Okay, start to finish, and we're going to do it all in this video series. So once again, a very warm welcome to the course. And in this first video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering a very important topic, which is no doubt straight on your mind, especially if you're new to beginning online, and that is, what niche am I going to go into, what market am I going to go into, and what product am I going to promote with my Google Sniper campaigns, and possibly how am I going to earn money. A few other things like that are all going to be answered in this video as well. Now also, if you're an advanced marketer, I just want to mention that this video is still worth watching. You're probably still going to pick up some tips, even if you actually own your own product, which some members of the Sniper community do, and you wish to promote that with your Google Sniper sites. Okay, so first of all, what am I going to show you quickly in this video? Alright, so I'm going to show you a few different places where you can find products, whether it be ClickBank, whether it be Amazon, whether it be Commission Junction, CJ, Linkshare, and a few CPA networks. We're going to look at quite a few different things in this video to give you the biggest advantage going out there, especially in what is now, from when I originally created the Sniper system, an even more competitive marketplace. Okay, so I want to give you the biggest advantage I possibly can, so that your first Sniper campaign is hopefully a successful one. This video, which is going to be picking your product, the first thing that you're going to make money with, the first market you're going to move into with your first Sniper campaign. Like I said, if you have your own products, feel free to promote those. This video is for 99% of us out there that do not. Okay, so there's many places you can start. Now the place that I have made the majority of my money, the place that I also actually sell Google Sniper, so this is the place where you bought Google Sniper from when you joined the community, okay, is clickbank.com. okay, that's the name of the website, clickbank.com. You can see it right here, and what this is essentially, it's a marketplace, if you will, where you'll find tens of thousands of people that have created products in a variety of niches, from weight loss to dating to making money on the internet to financial advice to getting a higher vertical jump in basketball, to getting six-pack abs, to learning to play instruments, to a million different niches. Okay, and you can go into as many of them as you like, and you have access to all of them using this thing called clickbank.com. Now clickbank.com they are all going to be digital products. Okay, now so you're not going to be selling tables, you're not going to be selling TVs and stuff like that. There is a big benefit to selling stuff like that, physical goods as I like to say, but we'll move on to that later in the video. For now, I just want to focus on ClickBank because it's probably the easiest way to start. Now the good thing about the fact that it does not sell physical products is the amount of commission you will earn. Okay, so it's quite considerable. So if I come onto this page here, this is just going to give you a kind of overview. Basically how it works is, with ClickBank, you're probably looking at earning, you're probably going to be, regardless of what market it's in, like I said, whether it's basketball or weight loss, or financial advice or whatever it might be, or even gambling, you're basically going to be selling probably a how-to guide or a piece of software. Okay, and you're going to be earning anywhere from 50 up to 75% of the sale is the norm. Okay, if a product is paying you less than 50% of the sale, then straight away, first rule of the video, I wouldn't bother with it. Okay, now you don't need to write that down right now, I'm going to go over that again in a second, but just 50% is the minimum you should be earning. Okay, and 50% is huge. So I mean, let's think about this for a second. If a product is $100, you're going to earn $50 every time someone buys it. Or if the commission is 75%, as it is with some products, you're going to earn $75 for making a $100 sale. Now, if any of you are coming here straight from the cash machine, and hopefully a lot of you are, by the way, if you are new to Sniper and you've just sort of skipping around the members area, I highly suggest that you start off at the Sniper cash machine tab at the top, because that's going to take you through a very quick strategy to kind of get you making a few $100 straight away, okay? And that's sort of involving Sniper as well. Okay, but for those of you that were there, you're already familiar with this concept, okay, of the referrals and you know how what's called affiliate marketing works. But essentially, you're going to be earning anywhere from 50 to 70% of every product that you sell. All you need to do is get people to their website. That's it. Okay, now not to dwell on that too long, because it's pretty basic stuff that hopefully you guys get. The other reason for choosing ClickBank is their tracking's really good, they pay you on time, they're really easy to use. And another huge one not to be underestimated compared to some of the others I'll show you today, it's very easy to sign up. All you do is you go here, you click sign up, and then you sign up. There's no approval process or anything like that, which there is with some of them. Other ones, they'll want you to, you know, show that you have an existing business and things like that. But if you do want to proceed with some of the different ones, like the CPA networks, which I'll talk about what CPA means later on, and things like that, some more advanced networks, there is additional training, of course, I've made for you in the additional training section of the course. Okay, so don't worry, I've got you covered there as well. But for starters, if this is your first one, let's just stick with ClickBank, and as I said, it's where I've made the majority of my money. So what's your first step going to be? Your first step is simply going to be signing up for an account, which you're going to do right here. You're going to enter in all of your information. Now, if you went through the cash machine, which hopefully you did, you should have already done all this, and you should have your ClickBank account set up. Okay, and then we move on to the next phase, and the next phase is viewing the products on offer. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to go up here, we're going to go to, see this link right here, we're going to click on Marketplace. Okay, so clickbank.com, where you're going to go, then you're going to go to the Marketplace, and then what this is this is essentially the place where all the products that you can promote and earn a commission on are listed. They're all in kind of one hub of a place. Okay, really simple. Okay, so how do we start? Well, first of all, let me just explain. This is the main thing we're going to be looking at, and that is the categories, which you're seeing here on the left side of the screen. Okay, now at this point, you may already, for example, have an idea of a product you would like to promote or a market you would like to go into. And I always say the best place to start is going to be something you're interested in, okay? Something you naturally wouldn't really mind, you know, spending, 20 minutes a day or something like that writing about, okay? That is going to obviously be, or something you're interested in, something you either already know about, or maybe you don't know about anything, in particular that you can think of. And then I recommend just choosing something you'd be interested to learn about, because then you're going to be interested to learn about the subject. It could be something you already research in your own time anyway. For example, you might be horrible at golf, like I am, but you might spend a considerable amount of time trying to become better at it. Therefore, you are quite knowledgeable, and just relaying that information on your Sniper site would actually do you quite well. Okay, now if you already have something in particular in mind, you can just come up here actually to find products, and for example, you can just type in golf right there into the search bar, and then you're going to find a whole load of products related to the word golf. Now when you're in here, I recommend ordering it not by keyword relevance but by popularity. Okay, now the problem is you are going to get some products in here that aren't as related as they would like to be, and actually I have a solution for that in a minute, because we're not even going to find our products using the ClickBank Marketplace. We're going to do something else. But down here, as you can see, body for golf, you do start to see a few coming up, and that's just if you wanted to use ClickBank itself, that's a way of doing it. Okay. Now, let's say you don't really know what you want to promote. You just want to have a look around, which is something I definitely recommend doing as well. Okay. And for that, let's just say, let's pick a category here. Let's just pick a random category right now. Let's pick home and garden, for example. Okay. So if I click on home and garden, what we're going to find here is we're going to find a whole list of products you can promote, okay, on your Sniper site right now that are going to make you a certain amount of money. Okay, now they're going to be in a variety of niches, and home and garden, it's quite an interesting one, and often, actually, a big tip I want to give you straight away is to stay away from, well, not stay away, but proceed with caution with the big three online niches, okay? And they're going to be, first of all, it's probably going to be dating. The second one is going to be weight loss or muscle gain, or those types of products. And then the third one is going to be, funnily enough, probably be gambling. Okay, so if we stick away, and believe it or not, there are some gambling products on ClickBank, and if we stay away from those three, you're in a much better position with your Sniper campaigns. And the problem is those three are the biggest online markets. Okay, and you'll see many of the examples I actually use weight loss and things like that. But the thing is I am a very experienced Google Sniper. I created the system. I've been doing it for a number of years. And it's made me, over 7 figures online. Okay, with you guys, especially if you're just starting out, you're much better going into a niche which is less competitive. It's going to be much easier for you to actually build your Sniper site, for it to rank in Google on its own, which is what you're looking to do. Don't worry if this doesn't make sense, just kind of read between the lines for the time being, and actually sit back and the Sniper system kind of work for you. Okay, less competition is better, so I recommend picking a niche not too many other people are in. And this is actually a huge tip. If I could give probably the biggest tip to anyone over and over and over, it's this one tip. Okay, so try and bear that in mind when you're picking your niche or thinking about what you want to do. If you're already thinking, oh, I might make a website which talks about how I lost weight last month, maybe think again and maybe pick something else there. I mean, you could still do weight loss. Obviously, they all work, and the Sniper system works with every niche, 1000%. It's just a case of what's going to make it easier for you, certainly, if it's your first one. And if it is your first one, like I say, I recommend going for a smaller, more niche subject. Okay. And you can get some pretty random ones online, by the way. I've seen people make a lot of money with Google Sniper in niches as broad as dressage, okay, which is, I don't even fully know what it is. It's a type of horse riding or something like that, okay? So that's, it's something to bear in mind. You can go very niche with this, okay? And here's some examples right here. So, for example, here's one that you could make money with. This one appears to be a woodworking product, okay, and this is teaching people how to do, giving them plans, 16,000 plans of woodworking. It's a very niche, okay, would appeal to a lot of guys, I suppose. So if you're a guy looking to make a website and you're thinking, it's probably easier to write to other guys, this could be a good one to promote right here. And that's not a big niche, woodworking. It's an unusual one, I'll tell you that for sure. How much are you going to make? You're going to make $60, well, $59.82 on average for every sale you make, okay? And that's the initial you will make. So that means you're pretty much going to make that every time someone comes to the website and buys. Now there's another thing here called rebill total, and that's, a lot of products have a rebill component to them, whereby they will bill the individual month after month for monthly content. They'll update things, they'll have coaching sessions, whatever it might be, okay? So that's an important thing as well. If it has a rebill, not all products have one. You can see the product below it, for example, does not have a rebill component to it, okay? Now the other thing that's important is the percentage you're going to make. So that's 75%, very nice, 75%, very nice, 71%, 74%, 75%, 75%, all of these products without fail, every single one. That's shocking. is paying 75% per sale. This home and garden one looks like it could be quite an interesting spot to work from. And you can see below it, you can see my shed plan. So this is plans presumably for creating a shed. You're going to earn an average of $36 a sale, etc, etc. Secrets to dog training, a very sort of normal niche that everybody knows about, and that's going to be $31 a sale. No rebill, but don't get caught up in the rebills. Most products don't have them. When products do, it's a very, very big bonus, let me tell you. Dog food secrets, something about dog food, how to build a chicken coop, $20 a sale. Now, there is one key thing that I am missing out here, and that is the gravity of a product. Okay, now the gravity is it's GRAV is how it's abbreviated here, but the gravity of a product essentially means it's a kind of complex algorithm that ClickBank creates, but essentially what it's used for is used to rank the popularity of a product. And by popularity I mean how many other people like you, how many other affiliates are going out there and promoting this product. So if a product has a gravity of 0, essentially it means that no one has made any sales with it, and it's probably worth staying away from. Now, what gravity actually means, the algorithm works, I believe, something like this. It's the number of affiliates that have made a sale within the past week for the product. It's something like that. I mean, it's much more complicated than that. It's times this, it's times that, and it's also a combination of the revenue that the product's making. But essentially what it means is it's a very rough guide of telling you what's a popular product and what's probably going to be worth promoting. And as a beginner, it's a very good way, because perhaps you right now aren't that good at telling which would be a good product to promote as opposed to another. It's gravity kind of helps you in at least steering you towards a product which is fairly well received and a lot of other affiliates are promoting it. And if a lot of other affiliates are promoting it, they must be having some success and making some money. Okay, so that's kind of a key thing to look for. Now, in terms of gravity, I'm going to give you a couple of parameters now in the product that you find. In the original Sniper, I taught people only to promote products with a gravity of over 70. However, that's I found that to be actually highly inaccurate as I've gone further and further on, and as the years have gone on, sales pages have gotten a lot better, and now I actually recommend that you stick with products with a gravity of between around 25 all the way up to 100, and that is where I recommend you find your product. Okay, now there's a lot of products on ClickBank that are going to have a gravity of 400, 500. Google Sniper itself has over 250 gravity right now. Okay, now the reason I'm telling you to stick between those parameters, 25 to 30 to 100, so let's say 25 to 100, is because gravity can be too much sometimes. And if the gravity is, let's say, at 400 or something like that, remember we're talking about gravity right here, then it's likely it's very competitive. So yes, there's a lot of people promoting it with success, however there is a lot of people promoting it with success, so that kind of goes again, it can go against you in some ways, in that there's too many people doing the same thing. Okay, so that's really important. So I recommend you stick between 25 and 100. Now low can actually be really good, because low often means it's a lot less competitive. Okay, now the next question is, is that there's a lot of products that are the same. Okay, so for example, dog training, there's going to be, not that we can see them all here, but there's going to be at least, so if I actually go into animal care and pets, so we're in home and garden, and this is just the basic category. If I actually drill down further and go to animal care and pets, probably find some more dog training products right here. Okay, so we've got secrets to dog training, dog food secrets, they're kind of covering a similar thing. Dog training online, another online dog trainer. Okay, now more dog food. So dog food would almost be a slightly different niche to dogs. So there's an example right there. I'm sorry to go off on another tangent, but there's an example right there of what might be good to build a sniper site around. okay, getting in that little bit deeper into a niche no one else is, or other people are obviously, but not that many people are exploiting. So for example, you've got dog training, which is a very general niche. Why not build your sniper site exclusively about dog food, okay, and what dogs need to eat, etc., like that, okay, because that's obviously, it's a smaller market. However, there are products available, one here, and there's also one right here, okay. So there are obviously products within that market, and it might be a lot easier for you to get noticed in a marketplace without very much competition, okay. It's, you know, it's business 101, and I'm sure you understand that, okay. Anyway, so the issue becomes is which product do you promote? So there's a lot of dog training products here. Let's say we were just going to go after the general dog training niche. Which dog training product would you promote? Well, the question is which one has the gravity you're looking for? Which one has the highest gravity is usually a good way of telling. Which one's paying the most money? Which has the lowest refunds? And I'll teach you a little bit about that in a second, because obviously there's no point making, you know, $86 a sale if, you know, 50% of the people that purchase the product refund it, you know, as opposed to 10% for this product, for example. You know, I don't know the figures, but you understand what I mean. Does it have a rebuild component to it? How does it work? What's the commission percentage? And last but not least is looking at the product yourself and deciding which one you want to promote. And of course, in Google Sniper, mainly, I tell you to just promote one product per sniper site, okay? Because if you make a product on dog training, you know, as your first Google Sniper campaign, you promote a product on dog training, you know, you're giving the customer a bit too much choice if you're saying you could buy this guide, you could buy this guide, or you could buy this guide. In my opinion, you're much better always steering the consumer down one path, and therefore kind of eliminating the hard work for them and just saying this is the best one, this is the one you should get. You know, otherwise you're leaving more choice in the consumer's mind, and more likelihood they're going to go to another site before buying to find out the differences between the three products you've recommended. You want to be the final solution between them and buying something. Okay. Now I realise I'm going a little bit off topic here, and this video could probably have been done, you know, a lot more to the point. However, I am giving you some really good information here that hopefully the advanced among you will appreciate as well. Okay, and this is an important subject, so I want to cover it in some important detail. Okay, so which one do we pick? Alright, well, let's just have a look at the sales pages themselves and see which one we like, and I'll give you a bit of my opinion. So secrets to dog training, stop your dog's behavior problems. All we're going to do is we're going to click on that, and now we're going to go to the page and see what it actually looks like. So this is the page where you would be sending visitors using, just going to pause that video there, if it lets me. Hold on for a second. There we go, just pause the video. Yeah, so basically this is the page that you'll be sending all your visitors to from your sniper site. So you're sending them here with the hope that they're going to buy. So you need to check out the page for yourself and, you know, kind of get an idea of whether or not you think this thing would sell. Okay, and you know, it's completely up to you how you do that. You know, it's a bit of fun of the process. You're kind of going out there, you're shopping around, you're seeing the best thing you could promote. This can be quite fun. So for example, if I just kind of give you an overview of this page, first of all, I like it. It's got a video here, which is very appropriate to, you know, today's internet world, where most people want to watch a video. It's nice and clean. It keeps the focus there. There's pictures of dogs and happy families. Free presentation gives you the freedom, so it's free. So it's the fact that they have free presentation and then click here to proceed to the order form is an interesting one, because clearly if a visitor were to read free presentation in the order form, they would realize it's not a free presentation but actually a sales pitch. So that's an interesting little error that they've got there. Sorry to pick up on that, guys, but something to bear in mind. But overall, I think a pretty effective landing page, certainly within the dog trading niche, where you know, things aren't exactly state of the art, I think it's pretty good. And if we scroll down, we've got some customer reviews. That's excellent. Overall, I think it's a pretty good page actually. This one, you know, today people like to see reviews, you know, from different people. Oh, okay, this is actually Kingdom of Pets. This product is called Kingdom of Pets. This is something I have promoted in the past, and actually earned a fair bit of money from. Now that's not really saying anything about this product, because to be honest with you, I have so many sniper sites that I've promoted. You know, a lot of products that we will see today and you will see on ClickBank, so don't bear that in mind, but it seems like a decent product. But by all means, I do not want everyone watching this video to say, oh, dog training's the one. You know, dog training isn't the best niche, to be honest with you. It doesn't convert that well, so I'm not necessarily saying go into dog training. I'm just saying it's certainly an option, okay? And you know, and there is definitely money to be made there. Then another option here is this one, the one that pays you $86 a sale, and let's have a look at that one. Let's have a look at that page and see if we prefer it. Solve all your dog and puppy problems now. I actually quite like that. I think that's quite nice. That's quite smart. And then here's the video right under here. Okay, so it's a similar. Here he is, Doggy Dan. He's got a good name there. And this actually looks like a fairly newer product, and it looks quite decent as well, to be honest with you. I prefer the font on this page. I think it's a bit easier to read. These pictures are quite nice. You know, he's got endorsements. Video is a perfect way. It's a longer page, okay? That's the only thing. I think the other page, it kind of jumped straight to the point with the testimonials. And here's the issue. He's only doing $1 trials, okay? So with that basically means if I clicked onto the sales page now, you're only actually going to earn $1. Let's convert it to pounds for me, but you're going to earn $1 or 76p. Okay, and then after 3 days it's going to bill them for the full amount. But I would tend to stay away from these products if I were you, actually. So that right there for me is going to be a no with your sniper site. I mean, they will still make you money, and it's a good way to get people into a continuity program. However, as an affiliate, I think you're going to earn a lot more money promoting one that just tries to sell them off the bat, like the secrets to dog training. Okay, so if we actually click on that now, let's just imagine we found our product here, and we were going to go with this one. Basically, get the old video going again, pause that. Now what I encourage you guys to do is to actually buy the product yourself, okay? And that is because and don't worry, we're not going to buy it for full price, you can relax. And that is, in Sniper, you know, in the new Google Sniper community, I encourage you all very strongly to actually get the products for yourself, okay? And that way you can write an honest review, and not only is it an honest review, but much more comes out. You'll learn much more about the subject, and therefore your sniper site is going to be a lot more successful, because you're actually going to know what you're talking about, okay? So there's many reasons why this serves a pretty good purpose buying the product, okay? Now, I did say that you don't have to spend, you know, the full price on the product. For example, this product sells for probably, I'm guessing, $37. If we actually click onto the product and we click here to proceed to the order form, we shall find out. It's $39.95. Okay, now you don't actually need to pay that here, okay? Because what you can do is you can actually, and this is completely legal to do this, don't worry, is buy it through your own link. Okay, so you've made your Sniper account. You've made your ClickBank account. Sorry, you can basically, you're not going to pay $39.95. You're going to pay 29% of $39.95, because 71% is going straight back into your ClickBank account. And to do this, how do you do it? Well, it's very easy, and this is also the way that you actually check that your affiliate link works before you put it on to your sniper site, okay? But we're going to go back to that in a minute, okay? I want to first of all show you the method I actually recommend. So I've given you some examples, picking products here on ClickBank, you know, just showing you how the whole thing works. For example, you can go into games, it's another niche, and here you'll see, you know, a variety of strategy guides for games and things like that. You know, on a whole variety of games out there today, video game tester jobs, you know, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff in here, and you've got a million other categories as well. But this is within the actual ClickBank website itself. The way I recommend that you actually find the product you're going to promote with your first site is the following method. And what I'm going to do on the following method now is, just so you've got it all 100% clear, I'm just going to go through it all without kind of too many little tips in the meantime. Just go through and actually pick a product, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to, right now you can follow along, and this is how we're going to pick the product. We're going to go over to something called CB Engine, okay? And CB Engine, just type in CB Engine right here into Google. It's going to be the first result. And CB Engine is going to allow us to find out a little bit more information about these products than perhaps you can actually find on ClickBank itself. And then also it's very important, the product we pick, remember. The last thing you want to be happening, you know, let's say, you know, a day from now when you've got your first sniper campaign up and you're waiting for sales, there's people coming, but they're just not buying what you're selling, you know, and often the product you're promoting can be the issue. Now, that's not to worry, because you can very easily change the links on your sniper site to just a different product, so it's not something to worry about, you know, and then you might start seeing sales coming in. But it is a common issue, so it's best to try and get it as good as you can right off the bat. Alright, so instead of going to the ClickBank marketplace, once you've actually signed up for your account here, I recommend you go over to cbengine.com, okay? And it also displays things, in my opinion, in a slightly better way, okay? So here we are on cbengine.com. Now you can largely ignore much of what's on this page. We're actually just going to focus on the right-hand side here, okay? So if I kind of zoom in here, you can hopefully see it a bit better. And this is this Find Products window, okay? Now, the first thing I want to show you is what if, once again, you've already got something in mind and you want to promote that. For example, something to do, let's go with a weight loss example, just so you can see it. We could type in something to do with six-pack, something to do with getting six-pack abs, okay? So we can put in all categories, all subs, keyword six-pack, and we don't need to fill any of this stuff in, and we just need to press search. And now it's going to come up with a whole bunch of products that we could potentially promote, okay? First thing you need to do is come up here and click averages, okay? That's the first thing you need to do. Alright, that's the most important thing. Now we can see some quite interesting information here. If we click on product, you can see all different ways of kind of you know, of displaying it, but I recommend you just click on averages, and then we can see a whole bunch of products related to abs, okay? So we can see the truth about six-pack abs, we can see total six-pack abs, six-pack exercises, you can see the commission you're going to earn, and you can see the gravity. So right here you can actually kneel in and see that all these products, their gravity is lower than 25. I mean, 25 isn't a hard rule, you know, 20 could be okay, but certainly less than 10, probably going to be too risky. So the only ones you're going to bother with are these two up here. Okay, so anyway, that's just how you would find products, you know, if you already had something in mind, okay? Now, if you don't have something in mind, which is probably most of you, we're just going to go back to cbengine.com. And once here, all we're going to do is we're going to go over here on basically on the right hand side. And like I said, this is the best way I recommend starting off. Okay, and we've got what we're going to do is we're going to categories all. We're going to press top only. Okay, that's going to kind of cut out a lot of the subcategories. We're going to press top 10 as the ranking, and finally down here we're going to set group by categories. Okay, so set those three things and then go ahead and press search. And what this is going to give us is this is basically going to give us a fantastic little overview of all of the categories on ClickBank and all of the courses that are available. Now, if you're not sure, you know, what sort of niche you're thinking about going into, then this is a really great place to start. You know, you can kind of get a really good idea of all of the different products you could promote across a variety of niches, and you know, you should take your time with this because you're going to be spending a fair bit of time on this sniper site. Okay, so for example, arts and entertainment is the first category it gives us. We've got a singing method, it's an online singing course. We've got trick photography, we've got drum beat making, photo editing, photography, piano lessons. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. We've got business and investing, we've got a penny stock strategy, we've got you know, foreign exchange, we've got a whole variety of things here. Computers and internet, we've got, you know, fixed Windows errors, things like this, and all these things appeal to different people. Fixed Windows errors, for example, appeals to someone who's searching on Google desperately with problems with their computer trying to fix it, and this product gives them a tutorial course, you know, on how to use your computer better, for example. Probably you've got this course teaches them how to sing. You know, it's all different things that you could be targeting with your sniper site. You know, you've got you know, cooking ones, for example. Cooking may be a subject of high interest to you. And just as a quick note, let's say the category you are really passionate about is cooking, for example, and the majority of the products in the top 10 have a gravity score of less than the 25 I set. Don't worry about it. You know, it's fine. Don't necessarily just go for this one because it's got 120 gravity. If they've got, you know, over 10 gravity, do still consider them, okay, as a decent product, because it still could do quite well for you. Okay, so 15, you know, in this case is these top 3, these top 4, they'd probably be okay. Okay, so don't stick to the gravity rule too hard and fast. Moving down the page, you've got e-business and e-marketing. You've even got Google Sniper here. And for those of you coming from the cash machine strategy, you probably already know, you know, just how well Sniper converts and how much money it can make you. But seeing as we're in the product selection video and seeing as it's here, you know, you should be aware that if you were going to build a blog on, you know, making money online or home business or something, which is obviously something that you are interested in, or even if it's on a different subject, it may be worth sticking you know, a banner to Google Sniper or something else on that website, because Sniper is actually a really good product to promote. After all, you know, you've joined yourself. You know that the sales message is a powerful one. You also know that the product's really good. And what you may not know is that I am actually, or Sniper is actually one of the best-selling products on ClickBank ever. Unlike these products here, which are kind of all new, Sniper has been around for a very long time. As you know, we pay you 60% sale. It's over 200 gravity. Right now it's been much higher in the past though. And as well, the key thing is with Sniper is actually you're going to earn a lot of money actually compared to all of the products on ClickBank. Sniper pays you a very high amount of money. So if we scroll down here, you can see the average per sale is almost $120 for every sale you make, which is pretty impressive, especially compared to all of the products in the category. Okay, so in the home business category, you're going to earn $25 a sale. So Sniper is going to pay 4 to almost 5 times as much money. So that might be a good one to, you know, that's worth you checking out. And just while we're here, in a second, I'm actually going to go and talk about graphs. and how they can help you pick a product. But with Sniper, you can see that actually at one point during our launch, our gravity was over 1,000, which is a number you will not find on ClickBank anymore, no matter where you look. So you can see it's a really, really good product to consider promoting. Okay, so that's just a little bit of info on that while it's here. However, certainly build your Sniper site on whatever site you want to build. But if you are going to go into home business, which is something you're probably interested in, being that you're here, Sniper would be a great one to consider. Okay, just if you want, for your first site, if you wanted kind of that guaranteed, to pick a decent product the first time around that converts and is going to pay you some decent money. Okay, now saying that, obviously, I'm just going to show you some of the other pages here. So if I click on page 2, you've got employment and jobs, and you've got surveys, you've got fiction, which is a niche I wasn't really aware of, and I suppose that's reflected in the gravity. I probably wouldn't bother with that one. You've got games, you've got green products, free energy type things, you've got the health and fitness niche, which you can see is a much busier product range, as you can see by the gravity scores here, making a lot more sales, etc., etc. You get the general idea. Okay, now for for an example here, let's just have a little cycle through. We've got higher education, home and garden, which we've already been on, and what I really got language courses here, teaching people to speak certain languages. And what I really encourage here is for you guys to just be creative. Think about a niche perhaps a lot of other people aren't in, and get involved in that one. That's what I'd really recommend. Okay, a famous example I showed in an old Google Sniper site when I actually built one from scratch was the whole chicken coop niche, because at that time there was hardly anyone in it and it was extremely easy to make money. However, now the chicken coop niche has changed, quite possibly because of my example in it, and that's why I try not to home in too much on different things. You've got iPhone apps, mobile, parenting, start potty training, that's a huge product right there, pregnancy miracle, etc., etc. Okay, so yeah, lots of interesting stuff here to promote. Now, for example, let's pick something here. Let's have a look on the 4th page. Let's see what else we've got. In fact, let's just go with a very simple one, and let's just go with health and fitness for the time being, just to give you guys a good example. We're back here again. Just another note on Sniper while we're here, by the way. The other thing is all of these offers are brand new, whereas Sniper has been around right here for years and years. And if you're going to promote anything in this product range, there's without a doubt this is going to be the best product to promote. Not that I'm sort of picking at that specifically, but average dollar per sale is $117 per sale. Okay, as opposed to, for example, Get Cash for Surveys, where it is $25 per sale. So you're going to earn, like I said, 4 or 5 times as much money, and you can see the gravity 212. The fact that it's been at that for that long is very impressive. In fact, the next thing I'm going to show you right here are some of the graphs, and if we look at the graph of Google Sniper, you can actually see some really interesting things, how the gravity has progressed. And at one point you can see we had over 1,000 gravity, and it was huge. So anyway, moving along, let's pick a product here. We were looking for health and fitness. So if we go back here and we go to health and fitness, right, we're just going to pick one here, and this is what we're going to do. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got a whole bunch of ones. We've got 3 offers from Mike Geary, and I know what these are going to be. These are essentially 6-pack ab offers. We're going to have weight loss, etc. So let's just go ahead and actually kind of have a go. Or what you can do, in fact, is you can kind of drill down further into the category. You can select top category, and we can select. This is why CB Engine's good. You can do this on ClickBank, of course, as well, but I'll show you why CB Engine's good in a second. For one, it's those graphs that I just showed you. But 2, where is it? So what subcategory is that calling itself? Health and fitness. So let's just click on health, and hopefully that'll deliver, and then we can have the top 10 right there. And now we've got a variety of, we've got the overall, and then we've got different categories within it. So we've got addiction, beauty, and all of these products are meeting the criteria. And you can see now we're seeing a lot more products. We've got dental health, you can see there's products there. There's diets and weight loss, which is obviously going to be the main one. Let's see, there's going to be a whole bunch more as well. There's going to be exercise and fitness routines, Grow Taller for Idiots, a program supposedly which makes you taller from the sounds of it. Mental health, you've got general, you've got a variety of things here, and as you can see it's kind of drilled down a lot more. You've got men's health, you've got nutrition, etc, etc. Okay, so it's your choice to pick whatever you want to do. Just for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and just go here into diets and weight loss and just show you an example. So for example, old school new body. If we click on this one as our example, you can already see that you're going to be earning a 75% commission, which is good. You can also see the average dollar per sale is $19.92, and you can also see all the other stuff you could see on ClickBank. Okay, now here's the key, because here's what you can't see. What you can't see on ClickBank, but you can see here, and that is the percentage referred. And this is quite an important thing, because this essentially means what percentage of their sales came from affiliates, because if they could be doing really well and just making all their own sales, which kind of makes it seem like the product might not actually be that good to promote at all. Okay, so percent referred means the number of affiliates. This one's got 97%, so all their sales come from their affiliates, which means probably it's a good product to promote. Okay, and the other thing is on CB Engine, so that's one thing we would check, make sure there's a lot of people. It doesn't have to be 97%, but just a few. The other thing we can see is how long the product's been around, so we can see the product, unlike Sniper, which has been around for many years. This only came in 2012, however that's still fairly decent. It doesn't, a product can be brand new, to be honest with you, but it's just nice to know how old it is. If the gravity's kind of going down over time, then then it might not be the best to promote, because it kind of indicates that affiliates are steering away from the product, and that's actually a big tip right there. But if it's going up, which this one is, even though it's fairly new and a lot of products may have only been released this year, if it's kind of going upward trend, it's showing more and more affiliates are coming to it, meaning it's probably converting quite well. Okay, that's something. By conversions, by the way, by converting, I mean the percentage of people that will buy out of, let's say you send 100 there, a 3% conversion rate would be three of the 100 visitors you send actually end up buying the product, and a 1% conversion rate would mean a 1%. One out of those 100 would end up buying the product. Okay, so that's something to look for there in the gravity graph. If we actually just click on the overall product here, you can also see the history of the payout that they're paying. Now some vendors choose to get greedy, and this can change over time as well. For example, it can be 75% and then it can have gone down to 50%, so that's something to bear in mind as well. If it's going down, then it kind of would seem like the merchant or the product owner isn't as interested in working with affiliates as they should be, so that's something to bear in mind as well. All these things that I'm telling you are just designed to help you make a decision. Okay, make the best decision you can the first time around. None of them are set in stone, and at the end of the day you can pick whichever product you want. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to obviously check out the website. Okay, so we found a product to promote here. We're going to visit the website. Okay, and we're just going to click on this, and now we're actually on their website, and this is what their sales page looks like. Now I'm kind of surprised not to see a video on the sales page here, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad converter. Some products kind of go for a different angle. So this one, it looks like it's kind of got these short little pages, each one having like a little tip. So if you were going to send people to this particular product, you'd probably say, oh, you know, go here for, you know, 5 quick tips on, you know, how you can, you know, help burn fat and lose weight, etc., etc. So yeah, just having a little look. I mean, it's a nicely done website. It looks like it should be fine. You know, sometimes you get to a website, guys, and it really will look terrible, and it will look really outdated, and that's when you'll know it's not something to promote. You know, this one looks okay. The gravity score's good. Really, it looks like a good sales page. You come down here, and then how much is the price? I think this one's like 20 bucks or something. Regular price. So they're doing a little discount thing which works quite well, and then they're charging $20. So you're going to earn 75% of that $20. So you're going to earn a fair bit of money. Now, worth mentioning at this point is that a product can have upsells. Okay, and what that is once someone buys this product, there can then be other products that are offered to them that can kind of you know, help their training and sort of accelerate their success a little bit, for example. And you will also earn a commission on those. Okay, this is all covered in the cash machine if you saw that. So this seems like a decent product to promote. Now, remember what I said about wanting to actually buy the product and review it before you promote it, which is something I really recommend doing. Now, in order to do that, all you're going to do is, in a second, I'm going to show you how to actually get your link that you would use to promote this product, okay? To get your individual link so that the sales will be tracked to you and you'll be credited for what you deserve to be credited for, okay? I'm going to show you that in a second, and when you do that, all you need to do is simply order, and then the 75% will go to your affiliate link, okay? So when I'm doing that, just bear that in mind, and that's how to buy these products at a discount. And as I said, it's completely legal and fine with ClickBank's terms of use, as far as I'm aware, for you to do that, okay, and for you to basically get 75% off of the product. Now, while we're here, another way, which you may prefer, because you may not want to spend any money at all on simply reviewing a product, obviously you don't have to, it's just something I recommend, is to basically click on the affiliates link at the bottom, okay? So most websites will have something like this, affiliates, I click on that, and this should have a way to get in touch with them. So for example, this website, affiliate questions, click here. Okay, and then it seems to want to open an email address up, okay? Well, that's nice and easy. And all you'll do is you'll simply go ahead and send them an email and say, hello, I'm interested in promoting your product. I'm going to build a few sniper sites about your product. They'll probably know what a Google sniper site is, because it's quite a famous concept by now. And basically, you're just going to say, can I have a free review copy so I can review it, so I can provide an accurate and honest review to you know, the prospects I'll be sending your way, and that should be fine with most of them. It doesn't take long, it only takes a second, and that's what I recommend. You know, that you really get to know your product so you can give an honest review. Obviously, it's not necessary with all products. For example, if you were going to promote Sniper, you've already got the product, so you already know what it's like. And if you were going to promote, you know, a physical product, obviously, you know, you don't need to really see a TV in person to know that it's a, you know, a TV, for example, you know. So this is just something I recommend doing. Okay, so let's say you like the sales page, it sounds good. Obviously have a look at other ones in the area. The next thing to do is to get your link. Okay, and that's really easy. For how we're going to do that, we're going to go back over to ClickBank. Okay, now we're going to find, now you've picked the product on there, we're going to find the product over at clickbank.com. And remember, the reason to use CB Engine is just for those graphs. They give you a bit more information about the product, and also you know, the kind of the amount of sales that have been referred by affiliates, which is important. So then we're going to go back over to ClickBank. We're going to click on health and fitness, okay, and then basically we're going to track down the product that we just found there. All right, really simple. And we're just going to look for the name, old school new body. Here it is, right here, and we're going to click promote. And then you're going to get your account nickname here. So for example, the one you made, if you did the cash machine, the one you made there, or if you've just signed up now, whatever you want. For example, one of my accounts, I have many, but one of them is GM Brown. So I just type that in there and I click create. and that's it. And now I have this link, and this is my link to actually go ahead and promote this product. So I can close this window down. I've copy and pasted it, and now if I go into a new window, let me see if I can kind of pull this down a bit so you guys can actually see it here. You see that? Right at the top there, and I go and paste this in, because there you go, paste and go, we're now at that website again. Okay, but guess what, now that we're on this website, it's with your link, so you're actually going to obviously get credit should that visitor result in a sale, and this is the link you're going to be putting on your actual Sniper site. Okay, so blah blah blah, we're going through the motions again, we're going down to the bottom of the page. It's saying you're going to get this, it's saying you're going to get that. It's kind of doing this this little thing here, $20. We're going to click add to cart, and now what we're looking for is to actually make sure that your affiliate link has worked and that you will get credit for the sale. Okay, and of course it always does work because it's really good tracking, and that is, you've got the order form right here where you would buy, but at the bottom, can you see that right there, affiliate equals GM Brown. So that means that if we now bought this, it would be credited to us 100%. As you can see, it's tracked it. So it's always worth just checking that, just to be sure, if it's your first website. Okay, so what we've done here is I've basically given you a complete overview of several things to bear in mind when you're picking your product, a few different places to start, and when I say places to start, I mean literally pick any category you want. It's something you're interested, something you're not, something you'd like to learn more about. Just try and stay, kind of try and stay away from, the big three, like I said earlier on. Okay, so that would be dating, gambling, and the weight loss industry. Okay, any other than those, and you're probably going to be okay, and it's not going to be too competitive for you. Okay, and then I've also shown you how to look up products using cbengine.com, which is just another way of doing it if you wanted a bit more information in the ClickBank marketplace. And also it gives you that nice overview where you see the top 10 from each category, which is something, just probably what I recommend you actually go and do after this video would be that. So just as a reminder, that's going to be just going over to cbengine.com, top category, top only, going down here, top 10, and then you're just going to pick categories, and you're just going to press search, and that's going to give you a nice overview of all the different products in all the different categories, okay, that you could possibly go and promote. And I've then shown you how to get your link. Now it's important you save this link. Obviously you can get it any time you want, so you don't need to worry about too much about it. You can just go back over to ClickBank to get your link, and that's just going to give you kind of an overview of everything you need to do to pick your first product. Okay, now there is obviously a bunch of other ways you can find a product to promote, and that's what I want to cover now. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you use ClickBank for your first one, for all the reasons I've mentioned in this video. It's easy to use, easy to sign up, you're going to earn a high commission, etc, etc. You're going to get paid straight away. The next thing I want to talk about is other alternatives, because actually, remember what I was saying about things being competitive and less competitive being easier for you, and you'll find out more about this in the next video when I talk about finding keywords and competition and stuff like that. But for now, just what I want you to bear in mind is the less competition the better, and often ClickBank products do have are quite competitive, so it can be easier to promote physical products instead, as some people do. Now if you're a beginner, like I said, I don't recommend this, but if you want more information on the subject, here it comes, and I'm going to give it to you because I want to present you with every possible option you have. Okay, so basically, if I come up here, the first one I want to talk about is making money with Amazon. Okay, now this is a really simple one to do. Everyone's heard of Amazon, and there's a lot of good reasons why promoting Amazon is a good one to promote, and that's because people go to the Amazon.com website and they trust Amazon. Okay, people trust Amazon, they like Amazon, so when they go to Amazon to buy a book, they're going to buy it. The issue is it's a physical product, and you're not going to earn anywhere near the commission you're going to earn on ClickBank. So you're going to earn anywhere from 5 to 10% when people buy the products. Now, actually, I will give you a little bit of inside knowledge here that usually it's closer to 5%. Okay, now 5% of a sale doesn't sound like that much, but let's say you sell, a $2,000 TV. You're going to earn yourself $100, for example. Okay, so there is a bit of money to be made there, certainly. If you sell an expensive product, you are going to earn yourself a nice commission. The other thing that's good about Amazon is that people arrive and they're looking to buy. You'll see with a lot of the ClickBank products, people really have to be sold to trust, when they're not actually receiving something or they're buying a course. If someone arrives at Amazon and they've been looking at TVs for the past 2 weeks and they get here, likelihood they're much more likely to buy. They're going to buy that TV right there and then. Or if they're looking for a cookery book and they come to Amazon and they find a book on cooking, likelihood is they're going to buy it. So that's kind of what's good about Amazon. Now, the bad point, actually, the biggest one for me is that, $2,000 TV sales are rare. I would say I've had less than 10 sales that size since starting with Amazon, and I have put a lot of money their way. So the 90%, 80% of your sales are going to be for books that are no more than $20 in value. And of course, 5% of a $20 book isn't going to be very much money. You're going to earn $1 for that sale. Okay, so that's something key to bear in mind. However, like I said, these physical sales can stack up. People can buy multiple books in one go, and people are a lot likely to buy. So if you send 100 people to Amazon saying buy this book, likely it is more of them are going to buy, a lot more than 100 people to a ClickBank product. So there are benefits and there are negatives. It's different in the types of keywords you'll target. You'll target things like Samsung TV, like a certain name of a book, etc., etc., with your sniper site, or book reviews, and you won't be targeting how to lose weight fast, or how to get a high jump in basketball, or things like that. So it's a different type of keywords you'll be targeting, but that will make more sense in the next video. Okay, don't worry if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I highly suggest you start with ClickBank. Otherwise, Amazon is a good alternative. Another really good one is actually the largest affiliate network out there, I suppose, which used to be known as Commission Junction, and I believe now has changed their name to Conversant. Okay, now Commission Junction, as I'll call it, because I'm a little bit old school in this video. Now, all of these websites, by the way, by the time you watch this video, may have changed. The ClickBank site may look slightly different. The CB Engine site, the Amazon site, the CJ site I'm on right now. All these websites change all the time. Okay, so just bear that in mind. But essentially, they're all still the same. And with CJ, with Commission Junction or Conversant, basically you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to be able to promote physical products. You're going to be able to promote digital products as well. You're going to promote CPA products. And just to give you a quick introduction to CPA, because a couple of the networks I'm going to show you in a minute, Neverblue and Max Bounty, are CPA only networks. What CPA is essentially, so with ClickBank you are strictly getting paid cost per sale, it's called, and it means you get paid every time a sale is made. Now, CPA stands for cost per action, not cost per sale. Okay, cost per action, and that action can be anything. It can be someone entering a zip code, someone entering their email into a form, someone signing up for a free trial and not even spending any money. It can be a variety of things, and I'm sure you've seen these things pop up all over the internet, and they're a great way to make money. However, they are slightly more advanced things to promote. It's more difficult to pick the product you're going to earn. Do you pick the zip code product where you're going to earn $2 for someone entering their zip code, but it's not a lot of money, or do you pick the free trial product where you're going to earn $100 every time someone takes the free trial? It's a little bit more difficult and a little bit more advanced, but if you are interested in this, and for possibly your second or third sniper site, you're considering starting with CPA, I recommend that you go through to the additional training section in this area of the members area, and there's a video there I filmed on CPA networks, okay, and there's also training on, you know, how you might sign up for one, because they're a little bit more strict, okay. But CPA, there's potentially a lot of money there. I will, however, say that I still make the majority of my money through ClickBank, okay, so you're pretty much covered with them. However, I just want to make you aware of everything. So CJ is a good one to sign up with. Also, you've got Linkshare. Now, Linkshare is, you know, kind of the big brand one. So if you want to, you know, these are all UK. This is linkshare.co.uk, by the way. These are all UK clothing companies, or ones that are sold. You know, I'm not that into clothes and fashion myself, but you know, these are all kind of UK fashion companies. So, and you'd see brands like Nike, brands like even McDonald's, all sorts of brands you'll see on here on Linkshare. Okay. For example, if we check out our clients, you'll see, you know, a whole variety of high street names and brands. Okay, perhaps you won't know a lot of these over in the US, but this is basically enterprise. This is basically a who's who of, you know, all the you know, all the high street stores you'll get. Okay, so Linkshare is an interesting one to be involved in. Again, that's going to be more for advanced people. I really don't recommend bothering with Linkshare, you know, until you're a much more experienced marketer. However, I just wanted to show it to you. Neverblue. This is essentially a CPA network, okay? So if you want to do the CPA, this is one you could go with, and it does, you know, it's a pretty good network. I've made a fair bit of money with them, as well as referred them a lot of affiliates through some of my training. Max Bounty is a very big CPA network, and that's got a variety of CPA offers, you know, shows you a whole bunch of different ways, you know, in a variety of niches, a bit like the ClickBank marketplace, but for CPA offers. Okay, and that's basically it. That's essentially a, if you will, a comprehensive look at affiliate programs, and also, you know, how to find your first product to promote in your sniper site. Now, one thing that I haven't done is shown you how to find a potential gold mine, which I was just saving until last, and that is independent affiliate programs. So, for example, let's say, you know, you didn't find what you wanted on ClickBank, but you want to promote that sort of product, and you don't want to bother signing up to all those other networks. So this could actually be applicable straight away for some of you. You need to go and find possibly an independent affiliate program. So, for example, I could click Golf Swing Affiliate Program, okay? And then what this is going to do is going to bring up a whole bunch of golfing products here that you can actually kind of use and sell them, basically, and promote them. Okay, so it's a good way, and all you need to do is type in whatever you're interested in, followed by affiliate program. Okay, so for example, this is the type of page it will give you. Join the highest paying, best converting golf site on the net, blah, 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 blah. Sign up below, and they'll give you some information about, for example, they pay 75% commission. These people happen to run on ClickBank, so they'll instruct you to get a free account, etc., etc. And there's a whole bunch out there, okay, and that can be a great way of finding products no one else is promoting. But for the time being, like I said, I recommend that you start with ClickBank. So head over there now, or head over to CB Engine rather, do the top 10 search, find a niche you're interested, perhaps sit there and brainstorm 5 different possible niches you'd like to go into, and then go on ClickBank and try and find those niches or products within those niches. And that can be a great way to start. You know, be creative about what you go into, and that's it. Don't stress too much, and just pick a niche as well. Okay, that's a really important final thing I want to say. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just need to pick something. If right now you press me and say, George, in the next 1 minute pick a product that you're going to promote with your next sniper site, I'd come on here and I'd go right here, paleo recipe cookbook. I'm going to appeal to people that follow a paleo diet, a paleo type healthy diet, and that's what my sniper site's going to be on. I'm going to promote this, and there's a lot of people promoting it. I'm going to earn 70% of sale. So you don't need to worry too much, especially if it's your first site. Just get something, pick something, and get it up there. It doesn't matter what subject the sniper site's on, okay? And that's my final tip. So get out there, don't spend too long on this. Spend, 30, 40 minutes picking your product, and then go ahead, and I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be actually selecting the keywords you're going to target to go along with the product that you've now picked. Okay? So thank you, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you found some really cool tips.